counts, man.
Yeah, that's it.
There you go.
I would have beat Tycho if I was playing Peach. If I
There you
mean
go.
Peach.
Same. If I was playing Peach, I would have won the whole tournament.
Easy. That's
Peach
not
is
even.
Peach is so easy.
Peach is so free, dude.
I honestly don't complain about Peach. Well, maybe a little. I only complain like laser camp at Falco.
It reminds me of the first tournament where, not to bring up Plup 20 times, but when Plup played Fox, first tournament, he said, "This shit's so free, dude. I just play this character and I win." Anyways, we got Logos and John here. John's been running more of the Falco recently, but he's pulling out the Fox here, which
He's well stuff, which is good,
Yeah.
which is respectable, of course.
which I don't
I don't know if he
necessarily
plays the Ditto
blame
either.
because I don't see there's no shot that he's beating Logos in the Ditto. Like, come on.
Yeah.
No faith. Wow. Look at you.
No faith. No
No
faith.
faith. Well,
I beat John's Fox. That's not happening. Are you kidding me? I got 13th here. Well,
Let's see what we can do here with all of our knowledge on
Yeah.
real
I thought
characters.
the funnest part of this. I mean, this is all like I love the punish of this.
Oh,
matchup.
yeah.
It's just so fun to watch back.
Fox
Both
Falco
sides.
is still probably the most fun matchup to just sit down and watch your main.
Both characters are able to punish so well as long as they execute.
I guess it depends on the player again though, because I could watch Mango Left and Mango Moki, Magi, Cody all day, but you turn on, I don't know, there's no lame Falco
Turn on
players, but there's
Logos
a
and then we're
lot.
sad.
Yeah, but there's a lot of lame Fox players that I don't want to sit down and watch.
There's only like a few Falcos I really enjoy, honestly.
Mango and Magi are the only two I really
Yep,
sit down
I
and
would say
watch.
that.
I like Bobby, but I think Bobby does a lot of dumb shit that makes me mad too.
Yeah, Bobby's.
Falcons are just kind of dying off.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yep.
Well, you
Let's
saw
keep it
that
alive, though.
tweet.
Let's keep it alive, yeah.
You saw that
Oh,
tweet
true,
from
yeah.
Bobby where he was like, "I'm done playing Falco. This character's ass." And then Mango beat H-Box with Falco, and it's like, he's so back, bro.
And I do not think like as you guys this is your guys' room to say this, but Falco is not.
Falco, I think, is the third
I mean,
best
Bob-
character in the game. I think Falco's still underrated.
No, I think that's all.
Oh, what is Falco currently at?
5.
What?
I think the last it was 5.
He's below Sheik and Puff on the last tier list.
That's actually
Yeah.
funny.
No.
Which I think is
I'm
nonsense.
gonna go with third at max.
I think.
I-
I think.
Well, I
he
think
has to.
the tier list should
Give
be
me
like kind of ideal anyways, right? It's like it shouldn't be about in tournament like sure maybe Falco's.
Are we doing best of 5 here?
This is best of 5. This is all
That's
five.
all top 16 is best of 5.
Oh, this is one thing I know about this matchup. Is
If
the,
he,
is the counter picks here.
If he loses here, do you think he switches back to Falco?
The Falco.
I feel like that can't be your
That first
That
game
can't
was
be the
just rough.
solution.
that can't be the solution.
You're not. Nobody in the state is beating Logos in the Falco Ditto. Other than Cruz isn't either. I was gonna say it because I got watched by Cruz's Falco the other day, but it's just not happening either. You watch how Logos plays this character, and it makes you realize why he was the only player in the state to get top 100, to my knowledge.
Is that ever? That's actually interesting.
Abate had top 100 at one point, right?
Who?
Abate?
Abate lived here?
Yeah, Abate was a Utah guy for forever.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I'm tripping, bro. I could have sworn he was.
And then he moved
SoCal
to
or
like what,
something.
Idaho or SoCal or something?
My fault then. That's my bad.
I don't know where he moved. But yeah, I mean, there was Abate, and then we have him. OKP's not top 100?
He's going to be this season, though.
Yes,
There's no
yeah,
question
yeah,
about it. After what he's done this season, there's no question.
He went to enough, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he went to like 4 or 5.
Yeah,
I
he'll
always
make
forget
it.
about that limit. You have to go enough.
This I wonder. It seems like it is weird because I know that I feel like the best stages for Fox are this and Yoshi's, right?
Well,
but it's
a
also,
lot
it
of
kinda
Falco
comes down to
players, a lot of Falco players like to say that Yoshi's been gentrified,
I heard that. Yeah.
but
Gentrified.
I don't know. I'm still torn on Yoshi's as a stage.
Oh,
I'm
that's
still torn on
actually
this
sick.
matchup in
Oh.
general.
wow.
These players are just so quick, though. How do you deal with Logos, being able to react to both of those techs?
I always love like the edge guards that you try and stall off stage. I always love it.
Yeah,
He's just so clean with it. That was so clinical. I'm not even sure if John would have made it back there anyway. He was going a little low to make it to ledge, but that's
You gotta
just,
have the
you have to clean it up anyway.
Something I'm watching for with Logos is he was telling me earlier that he's trying to move away from lasers.
Oh,
He feels that they're overused.
That's
And so
interesting.
watching his play right now, I'm seeing it a bit. He's kind of a little more conservative on his lasers. I've only seen him punished a couple of times for it.
It's going to be real interesting to see how that fares for him when he goes up against. Because
Well,
let's
I'm
be
sure, like,
honest
the
here,
matchup
we
when
know
he
it's-
goes up against
we know
OKP.
we know it's going to be OKP versus Logos and Grands, unless Easy has another miraculous upset like he did at
Yeah.
Beehive. But man, he's got a hill to climb if he does.
So yeah, it really will be interesting to see if he holds that mantra or if he moves on from it and goes back to lasers.
Because I never considered like Logos like a laser heavy Falco necessarily. Like he definitely, he obviously lasers plenty, but I don't.
But not.
I
It might
never,
depend
I
on
never saw him
matchup,
as
too,
like a
right?
big
Yeah.
laser heavy
does.
Falco player, and I've seen some really campy Falco.
Well, I think there's
Laser heavy players.
I think there's like a mantra, like there's sometimes you hear like matchup advice where you hear the word just, where the advice is like, just, do this. Just laser. And I feel like, lots of times like, you'll hear advice for a Falco, and it's just like, and they tell them, oh, just laser, just camp, just whatever. And I feel like I think a defensive, like, laser heavy style is really good.
It is.
Lots
It
of
is.
matchups.
As long as you use it right, like that's the thing with
That's the
everything.
thing.
You can say just do this,
Yes,
but the
it'll
reality
be
is
nothing.
there's always a moment to just do it.
I love how we're
Yes,
talking
exactly.
about this matchup like everybody doesn't know all this because this is the matchup in Melee. But we gotta do what we gotta do.
I can't keep up with this. I'm a Luigi player, man.
Yeah.
A Luigi player that goes to one tournament a year, mind you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you were
That's
probably
a
up
bit of a
early.
gift for
You
John.
were probably up early to make. Did you do dubs?
what was that?
Were you in
No,
dubs?
no, because no one else came up from Southern Utah with me, and then Texas had no interest. So
I guess it's a shorter drive, but than the old North Release.
yeah,
Yes.
it's a lot better coming here. It was only 4 hours, so.
Pretty rough.
But there's no scene in Southern Utah anymore.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
none.
when was the last time there was a scene in Southern Utah?
There was like a handful just like keeping it together.
2018, I used to run the tournaments down there. We were getting 20 people a week at our tournaments for
wow.
Melee.
Really?
Yeah, getting about 45, 50 total with Ultimate as well. We were doing really good. Then I moved to Denver, and no one picked it up.
You're
And
keeping
it
it
all
alive,
died.
huh?
Yeah.
What made you move back? You had
Uh,
to save Melee.
Pandemic happened, everything got incredibly expensive, and I was like, well, I can't do this anymore.
To be fair, though, you also have to wonder how much of that was on the pandemic and kind of Melee shifting as a scene in general.
Oh,
as
no,
well.
no, I mean as far as why I moved back.
I know, but I mean in terms of why the scene might have died.
Why
down in
the scene
Southern
might have
Utah.
died? I don't know. I think Southern
I
Utah,
feel like it shifted. That was even if it didn't die. The spots where it didn't die, it shifted.
it shifted.
Yeah.
And I think a big problem with that too is Southern Utah is very much more of a retirement area.
Yes.
Very, very heavy on that, and so there's not a lot of younger people coming in.
Yeah.
Maybe not the retirement part, but for me, that kind of reminds me of what's happening up in Cache Valley right now. Cache Valley was really popping off for a long time there, and I know that I'm going to get
I feel like
flamed
people-
by some Cache players. Oh my God!
We all just
hold on,
blew
pop up.
it.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Oh,
whoa!
he's moving fast.
John had brought it back, and I think Will was like, oh, I gotta lock it again.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, kind of set it on.
I didn't.
Great call.